Hey guys, what's going on? Drax here, back with another episode on the Hypermine server. That's right, we're back, and I'm ready to do a little action for you guys. But first, look at that sky. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. This is a texture thing that I found on Reddit, and it looks beautiful. Let me tell you, man, it's by far like the coolest looking thing I have found as far as textures and whatnot. Unfortunately, it does require Optifine, so you know that's something you gotta kind of deal with. But hey, you know, it's not too bad. And just look at that sunset. Like, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I think take a little screenshot. All right, so we've got these colors bouncing off and everything, and it looks awesome. Like I said, it looks awesome. But yeah, we're going to sleep through the night here real quick because I have a project, and I have something I want to work on, and it feels good to kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this base. Now, that's not to say that I know 100% what I want to do. I think I kind of want to go underground a little bit with this base, but the first things first, like the very first thing that I want to do is clear my inventory. There we go. And I want to grab some of this packed ice, probably not that much, give myself a little bit of room to work with. And I want to build one of these spikes that we see. I want to replicate that in a bigger form. You know, these are pretty big, like that's probably what, 1, 2, 3, it's probably like 27 blocks tall, 30, 40 blocks tall. I want to go probably about 100 blocks tall, you know, just huge. And I was thinking like we could do a 5x5 with it, like so. And that would be a pretty good size. It would also leave me with quite a bit of room here in the middle to... Wait, is that a 5x5? Yeah, it is a 5x5. Okay. Maybe I want to do a 3x3? I don't know. This is pretty big, but I'm kind of okay with it being that big. The other option was to make it about like this. Like so. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the 3x3 just because I think it'll work a little bit better with what I had in mind. It's not, you know, overbearing or anything like that. But yeah, we're going to build this up, and I think... You guys hear that? I think I hear a little bit of time-lapse music.
We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. We can shine in a crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds. We got nothing to lose, I know the time is right. Let us light up the fuse. And I know, and I know, and I know, and I know we're perfect, you and I. And I don't, and I don't, and I don't, and I don't giving up without a fight. What I feel, I know it's right. Let us detonate tonight. Let us detonate tonight. Know it's right. Let us detonate tonight.
All right, guys, what do you think? I mean, it's definitely not as, I don't know, misshapen as some of the other ones, and I think I might get up there eventually and do that. If you look here on this part here, I do want to make this come out and down a little further, so maybe have it start out here, just one block, and then come up and meet up with these points here, and have them almost kind of meet like the diamond at the top. But you know, once I got up there, you guys seen in the time lapse, I actually tore it down, the top part, and built it back up. And one thing I also want to do is I want to beef out the bottom here a little bit. So I kind of wanted to go up to about there and just kind of come down with some stuff, just to kind of make it look like it has a little more meat to it. You know what I mean? That it's more like one of the structures here. Even though none of these structures here have bases on the bottom. So, you know, it's one of those things where you kind of just have to, you know, work with it a little bit until you get it the way you want it, to where you get it the way that it looks good. I think that it's going to have some randomness to it, but how are you going to really do randomness, you know, when it's something that you're building? It's one of your ideas, you know what I mean? It's hard to randomize something that you're working on, like this. And I wanted to keep this 3x3 open. So I tell you what, we'll probably come down with those, and then probably come across here, come up with these, come up just a tad higher. I wouldn't mind coming down with that one, going up with something there. Just a little spritz there, coming up. Voila, voila. Oh, up one more. And then over here, maybe one higher. And then this wall looks pretty flat. There, let's back off from that a little bit. And what do we see? It looks pretty good. It's a little uneven. That side is definitely more pushed out than this one. But again, with the randomness, you kind of have to go with what your gut tells you. I also wouldn't mind coming out one more with some of these, just like that. And then, so we're going to have an elevator here in the middle, and it's just going to go up. And it's just going to be kind of like a little observation tower to be able to look out onto what we're building, what we're doing, see our ice spikes biome, and be able to see everything nice and clean. I'm going to try and gather up some glass and maybe some blue dye, like lapis, or maybe even light blue, to put up there and kind of get that looking all pretty. So yeah, that's pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I really like it. It's definitely got a little bit more work to do. Like I said, I want to do those up there, and I'll kind of adjust those as is, but I wanted to show you guys something that I found. I was pretty excited about this. it's a relatively cool find. I was over here at these farms and I was working on just, you know, harvesting everything and kind of doing what I needed to do. And I kept hearing just tons and tons of mobs. So I came down. Oh, actually, this isn't the right one. So I came down. I think it's the one right next to the farm here. Yep, this one here. I came down here and I just tons and tons and tons. You can see I dug through different ways, but this is the way I dug, and I seen that. I seen mossy cobble. I was like, oh yes, there's a spawner that close. All right. And then, yep, to my surprise, it was a spawner. It's a skeleton spawner, as you can see, and I haven't even opened these up yet. Some wheat, some bread, and some string, and then just a few items in here as well. But it is a name tag, so that's pretty cool. That's a little win for us. But yeah, I was pretty pleased with that, pretty excited, and ready to you know, maybe build something out of it. It's really close to the surface. So I don't know, you know, what kind of grinder we'll want to do. I mean, we definitely want to have access to levels. We're not very close to spawn out here. And that's another thing I did, and I don't know if I've showed you guys, because I feel like I've recorded this, but I don't think that I really have. But I built set up our beacon. I built 2 tunnels. I built one for a mine. So if you see right here, this one goes off into our mine. You can just down there. And then another one is over here. And this is our nether portal. So you come in here and then we can just go through. And I've kind of started to build away. You can see I've dug out quite a bit, not a lot, but I want to go through and just lay packed ice all the way down it and then line it with trap doors on the bottom. And that way you can sprint all the way to spawn really, really fast. So that should make travel back and forth really, really easy, because it's not too bad in just walking. So if we added the packed ice and trap doors, there'd be a lot to do. So I'm gonna see, what do I got here as far as trapped door, or not trap doors, as far as packed ice. I don't have a whole lot left. Wow, we definitely burnt through it, and I am gonna need a little bit more to do that top part of that tower. So we're gonna have to do some mining. I also need to repair my pick, which is kind of unfortunate. Oh yeah, the anvil. Let's see how many levels this might cost us. 13 or 3 for an 18. This is one thing I always like to check as well and see how much it'll cost. 33 that way and 17 that way. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it that way, and we got a fully repaired Silk Touch pick. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to work on. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the time lapses. Trying to, you know, do a little more editing, a little more work into my videos, and make sure that there's something that you guys want to watch, because I want you to watch them. I love making these things, and I think they are the best thing that's happened to me, and you guys are definitely a big part of that. But for now, my name is Drax, and I will see you guys in the next episode of Hypermine Vanilla.
Get in